Hey everybody, this is Matt from MattRandall.com, the place where time, money, and energy equals freedom. It's sundown here in Sosua, Dominican Republic. I'm going to show you the absolutely gorgeous sunset. I'm staying at a hotel that talks about the sunset, and they have the best views, and I believe that is true. I don't think it's just marketing hype. It's a gorgeous sunset, but that makes me think about something. You might notice I'm wearing glasses and they look a little yellowish. These are actually special glasses for a special purpose. So before I tell you about what those are, I'll tell you a little bit about some medical knowledge. And you can look this up anywhere. So, the usual disclaimer, I'm not a doctor. I'm not trying to diagnose or treat anything. But here's the basics of circadian rhythm. Your body was designed to be up at sunrise and off at sunset, right? That's just the way that our cellular structure from the dawn of time was designed. We get up when the sun rises, we do our chores, we gather our food, we do whatever we do as human beings, and then after sunset we know that the creatures come out that want to hurt us, and we huddle in our caves, and it's time for getting ready for bed. So the sun naturally produces a full spectrum of light from the ultraviolet to the infrared. It's the ultraviolet piece that causes sunburn. It's the infrared that actually we don't get enough of. We'll talk about that in another video. But these glasses are designed to filter out a specific light spectrum in the blue range. Now, why would that happen? Because this is the easiest way I can explain it. When it's sunset, our body wants to go to sleep. But what we do instead as humans, instead of preparing for sleep and getting a full, rich 8 hours of sleep and some good downtime before that, some family time around the fire, the candlelight, whatever, we go in the house and we turn on the lights. And then we stay up a few more hours, or maybe even more. We watch television, we play on our phones, like you're watching this video right now. I hope it's not past your bedtime. Because all of these things, from the TV to the phone to the lights in the home, and I don't care if it's incandescent, LED, halogen, compact fluorescent light bulbs, whatever it happens to be, they're all emitting blue light. And the blue light is the strongest in the sunrise, right? That's when we should be waking up. Right, we should, and when we're doing that wake up process, when we get those first few rays of sunlight on our face in the morning, that's doing a number of things, waking up the brain, resetting our sleep pattern, getting into the circadian rhythm of being active for the day, being alive, awake, and happy. And then sundown is different. So instead of we're not getting the right sleep that we need. Most of us complain about sleep issues, which is why there's so many sleep centers opening up, so many devices on the market trying to help us sleep properly, music settings, all of that. And none of that is bad. But what I'm saying is there's a whole market out there trying to get us to sleep 8 hours properly in deep REM sleep like we should, when really we're fighting against all the blue light that's being thrown at us until bedtime. So these glasses, this is one half of a set. The daytime glasses. This one is called True Dark. It's the nighttime glasses. And this is filtering out the blue light coming from that sunset right now, so that my body can start getting adjusted to the proper circadian rhythm. It's when I go indoors with all the indoor lighting, it's going to filter out the blue light coming from the light bulbs. So in my hotel room here in the Dominican, there are these god-awful fluorescent bulbs. I know they're trying to save energy, but this is going to filter the light from that so that I can wind down. Now, what would work against that is if I spend my time on my phone watching videos or watching the television right before bed. That's going to interrupt my sleep pattern. So what is good for you is getting rid of the blue light. That's what these are for. Reading a book, meditating, listening to music, something enjoyable like that. If you have somebody to talk with, that's even better. You get communion going on, family time, friends, all of that is great. I'm gonna say the S word, the SEX word, great before bed, right? All of that is really beneficial for you. What is not is the blue light. As we watch this sunset over here, I'm going to start winding down for the day because I have another scuba diving lesson first thing in the morning, and I want to be very well rested for this one. We're doing a deep dive 100 feet or so down to a wreck, and I am so excited. But the last possible thing I want is to not sleep well, go into that dive exhausted, dizzy. Doing deep dives can cause dizziness from the nitrogen, and not being fully present in the moment, where this could be as an exercise that risks my life if I make mistakes. So I want to enjoy it. I don't want to worry about it because I'm half asleep through the dive. All right, get it? Filter out the blue light. 30 minutes, at least 2 hours before bedtime is really best. Gets full 8 hours of good rest. There are other things that go along with it, eating schedules, drinking schedules, what you're watching at night, the ideas that you put in your head, that kind of thing. We'll talk about that more in another video. So to keep this short and sweet, these glasses are available. There's a link on my website. You go to mattrandall.com, right? Really hard to spell. And in the shop tab, you're going to find a link that will give you 10% off these True Dark glasses, right? These were designed by a doctor who's patented the rights to this particular type of glass. There are other copycats out there in the market. Don't bother with them. They're cheap. You spend cheap money. I had a martial arts instructor who used to say, you spend cheap money, you get cheap martial arts, right? Same thing here. You spend cheap money, you get cheap glasses. These are not expensive. Don't save a few dollars to get something that's not good for you, right? Go to mattrandall.com, where time, money, and energy equals freedom, and go to the shop tab so that you can get your own pair of True Dark 10% off and get some better rest, folks. You deserve it. All right. Thanks. Remember to like, follow, and share this video and the website so that your friends can also benefit from the knowledge that you're gaining today. All right, everybody.